Wow. 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 Uh Live shutting off of the of Geechi versus Math Hoffa. Wow. Okay, this battle just ended like 20 seconds ago. I feel like we have a few things to dig into, man. I want to point out that I noticed Math Hoffa kind of reinventing his style a little bit. Did you guys notice that? Did you guys hear that? I felt like it was very like prophetic, um, intricate, but not like wannabe intricate. I know a lot of people can be like can kind of have like pseudo pens where they kind of do like a loaded Lux esque, attempt at writing. But I felt like math was I felt like he was proficient in doing it correctly. It sounds like he was completely reinvented. I actually like that style, and he mixed his old style into it for sure. With that being said, I thought it was a strong first round, but I had Geechi Gotti taking the first round. Geechi Gotti is, he's one of the best in the game, and his aggression, his ability to just do personals, and he's also kind of just starting to do little chess moves like outside of the rap, like he diffused his entire Math's entire third round. Or the angle that he got into, I forget what it was, but he got into some type of angle, Hoffa, about Geechi and the gang life, and he completely diffused it. And then he got into an angle about robbing a Walgreens, and Geechi completely diffused it. Still hit hard though, but I had Geechi taking the first round. Now here's where it kind of gets interesting. Geechi Gotti started off his second round extremely good, all the way up to around midway. Around midway, he started stumbling, and he started stumbling more than a few times. At one point, I was kind of calling it a choke. I think he kind of choked. He started to freestyle, and I guess, I can tip my hat to how good he was at not having that awkward moment where like it wasn't long enough to be like, oh shit, he's choking. And he kind of kept like in the same tempo, trying to like half freestyle, half get his round back, half freestyle, do a little ad-libbing when he was like, oh, shout out to my battle league, go follow that YouTube. Like he's trying to get his bars back. I could spot that. I think we all could spot that kind of, when he's doing that, he's clearly trying to get what he really wants to say back into the front of his eyes so he could read it from his fucking brain teleprompter. Now here's the thing, he gets it back, and he gets it back in a strong way, and he bombs on Hoffa for the rest of the round. But that was a big gap, and that was a big moment as far as taking points off for me when I'm judging the round. But Math Hoffa has another really good round, but he legitimately he chokes. He chokes too. Now, when somebody chokes, I am old school. I feel like this is just how it's supposed to be. The next artist, unless he's completely terrible, if he spits it clean, he wins that round. So when you have two people that kind of choked or stumbled, whatever one you want to call it, whether one seemed bigger than the other, whether one was more of a choke and one was more of a stumble, you now have to compare the round material-wise from the stuff that they clearly got out. And Geechi Gotti clearly takes that second round material-wise, but once again, I love Math Hoffa's new style. He really reinvented himself. Third round, it's kind of the same situation, man. Gotti really turns up in the third round, very crazy round, and Hoffa, I thought his third was ridiculous. I thought his third was ridiculous. I guess I don't have a problem. It is a chess move. It's a cheap chess move when Geechi, you know, I guess you could say it's disrespectful to ad lib. It's disrespectful to ad lib. Like when Real Sick was ad libbing me, when I watch that battle back, it pisses me the fuck off because it's such a way to cheaply like just pretend that the other person is not doing good or pretend that the person is losing and fighting back and fighting out of something. So Geechi, I felt like that was a defense. That was a defense to knowing that Math was about to do a strong angle. And although he played it off and it was jokey and it was funny, I laughed. It is a cheap way to kind of water down something. Ad-libbing somebody as they're performing. But I thought the Walgreens angle hit crazy. I didn't know that. That's wild. Geechi. You freaking criminal, Geechi. It's terrible. It's terrible. But we don't judge. We don't judge. And but Math had a great dude. Listen, man, I'm very impressed with Math. Math and Big T, man. It felt like a very nostalgic card. There was a lot of nostalgia on this card. I got Geechi 3-0. Geechi takes every single round. I would have definitely given the second round to Math. I would have given the second round to Math had he not fucked up, because I thought Geechi fucked up enough. And although he went crazy in the first half and he went crazy after the stumbles and the choking and the trying to get it back, that is still a huge gap to leave, and it's still a big, alley-oop that you're throwing your opponent. And if your opponent has a halfway decent round, you lose that round, man. So I hate giving rounds to people that, their material wasn't better than the other guy. But listen, if the other guy can't get it clean out, sorry. It doesn't matter that the rest of the bars were hot. But Geechi Gotti 3-0. I like the card. I think it really missed Danny Myers and Shotgun Suge. I think we really needed that. Dot and Squeako was okay, but it just wasn't the caliber of, it wasn't the caliber of the URL heavy hitters, the big artists, the big draws and the talents and stuff like that. Squeako's good, Dot's good, decent battle from them. But overall, I enjoyed the card. And I enjoyed almost everyone's performance for the most part. And one for the most part in a huge way, and that was Big T, nostalgia-wise. Geechi Gotti 3-0, really dope card, and see you soon.